Well, we're here in the south of Spain for a bunch of reasons. It's warm down here at this time of year. You know, the riders, when they're out on their bikes 6-7 hours every day, doing that in the rain and freezing cold of some of the northern climates around the world, you just don't get the training done. This way, we provide the best environment for them to get in all the miles that they need to get done.
For a lot of guys, this is the first time seeing their teammates after a couple months at home training, and it's kind of the chance to all come together and get the last fine-tuning in before we start racing.
It's good to know the dynamics before you go into the trenches with these guys. So, you know, now you have a better understanding of where they come from, what they're thinking, and how they should be perceived before you should ever judge somebody or things get too far along the lines. And in the races, you already be a step ahead.
We've been really lucky with the weather here in Calpe, and I think at the moment this is the warmest place in Europe, so it's nice.
Right now we have the entire group, you know, all 30 riders are here. And it's one of the few points in the year where they'll all get to meet one another and to train with one another. After this, we separate out into smaller groups. You know, 8 riders will be doing this race, and 8 riders will be going to that race, and we pretty much function in a rotation like that for the rest of the year. So, you know, it's the one chance for everybody to get to know everyone else.
Knowing each other, getting better from each other, because you train with each other and you know the level of the other guys, so you can go much more stronger. Everybody always wants to show how strong he is, and it's really fun. But I'm enjoying it. It was a long 2 years without a structure, without a team, and coming back in a team like this is like a dream come true.
The support in the Garmin Barracuda team is very good. You know, I come new to the team, so everything was new for me. The new bike, the shoes, the cleats, the pedals, everything was new. They support you very well here, so they look for you, and if you have something, they do it, and it's very professional, and I feel, yeah, from the beginning on, like a part of the family.
2 by 2. After every 5 minutes we switch one place, so we have spoken to everybody after 1.5 to 2 hours.
Yesterday's whole idea was to make it social, you know, and we rode a rotating pace line with the whole team, which we usually don't do. And so we did truly get to speak with everybody throughout the day.
I spent the day in the shade of a tree, thinking how we best spend this precious time that we've been given. The best use of my time would be with you. That'll make me happy.
The main advantages of using the Garmin Edge 800 are the simplicity. For starters, it's incredibly quick to learn how to use it. I can have 3 or 4 different screens with so many different options depending on the training I'm doing. It's a perfect training aid.
I think for guys visiting the area, it's a fantastic tool to be able to load up our training rides, and when they're visiting where we live, they can go and experience the same routes as the professionals.
And yeah, also if you are lost, you can find back home.
Professional cycling, I think people are beginning to realize that it's such a dynamic and interesting sport, and that's appealing to a broader audience that are maybe just a little bit bored with the rote mundane sports that they grew up with. It's great to see that has spread into social media and into the virtual world via Garmin Connect, via Twitter, that our guys feel like they should be close to their fans, because their fans are also bike riders.
Friends who have a tourist business in Girona, and they do the same as well. They use our rides to use the Garmin Connect to show people the training rides, and I think it's really good for people to see what we do, but also if they see how fast we ride, maybe that this transparent. They're a bit shocked.
Yeah, it's kind of like, it's the way of bringing in competition during training. Just competition against yourself when you have the virtual partner on, and you have a race against yourself, basically. So that's what it does for me.
I think it's very important for the team to connect with fans. It's been a bit of a kind of part of our mission statement from day one. We wanted to offer the fans something to believe in cycling, hence our 100% clean attitude and our complete transparency to the press and to fans. And I think we've achieved that, and we're going to continue doing that as long as the team exists.
Cycling without the fans is totally nothing. You just do it for the fans and for yourself. So no, it's a really important thing.
I believe the inspiration comes from our group collectively. You know, for example, us winning the team time trial last year, the Tour de France was a huge inspiration. And so for them to see that inspires them to jump back on their bikes or get fit or dust off that old bike that they have in the garage. And that's really neat for me to look back at and see that we inspired those people to get on their bike and activate a healthy lifestyle.
All of the guys on the team and management, we all started out in little cycling clubs, and sharing the experience of the road and being out with your buddies, pushing one another and helping one another. I mean, that's part of cycling. It's a sport where it's collaborative. If you look in any race or any training ride, the guy in front is pulling, taking the wind, the guy behind is drafting, and then they switch. And that collaborative effort is what makes it go faster and faster. Without collaboration, without friendships, without, groups, it's just not as much fun.
Garmin Barracuda is poised for a really big season in 2012. We have a lot of strong riders, and last year we won Paris-Roubaix, so the Spring Classics are our first big objective. You can see the level of work that we're putting in so that we can go to the Tour de France and race to win.